Hey everybody, welcome to the Gym Pack Challenge Gravy Bones edition. Nate, you took it to the armory for the first time. Bone stock, you ripped open the little cellophane and you just shuffled it up and played it. How did it go?
I didn't put it in sleeves first, but
Oh,
yeah, it went poorly. Uh, I went 0-3 in some of the least competitive games of Flesh and Blood I think I've played in a very long time. I got round one, I paired into Azalea, and oops, exploded. I think he was at like 32.
ooh.
Um, and then round two, I paired into an Acilio, and then I think like turn two or I went first. I played the Sawbones. I was like, we game it. And then he, on my turn, after I play Sawbones, he just goes Comet Storm Shock, kill Sawbones. And I go, he did something. Oh, he played a Channel Lightning Belly, I think, and then killed Sawbones. So I was like, cool, nice. And then I think he hit me a little bit. I hit him a little bit, and then I exploded to combo. And I think he was at like 24 when I died. And then I played into a max in the O2 death match. And that game was slightly closer, but he got me into this pattern of where I had to block with my cards. And as it turns out, sometimes you draw these things that have no block value, uh, and then I died. Um, so that was the armory. I think I really like the deck. I think it might be the weakest armory deck they've ever released, though. There's just
Yeah,
like no power in the deck. The equipment is pretty bad, and there's no gold generation. So um, we got lucky. We opened a Codex of Frailty in two packs, so
yeah.
that's gonna help us kind of dig out of here. Um, and then we got a Bolton Shot, which is awesome, and a Cloud Skiff. So and then we're taking cards out of the armory deck and feeding them into the moon, and
Yeah.
we're gonna sell the Call to the Grave. I don't think. I think one ofs, and kind of like in the Max video, like having a one of versus having something that like basically we're trading Call to the Graves for like three Sunken Treasures, and I think
Yeah.
the Sunken Treasures just make so much more of an impact to the deck than
Yeah.
the Call to the Graves will, and I think Oyston's like a pretty bad ally. You definitely don't want three of, because like every time I had an additional ally in the grave, it was like, this ally or Oyston? And it's like, I'm not playing Oyston every
Yeah.
single time. So we're just getting rid of two Oystons. We'll keep one because I think the deck does want to play like some amount of free 99 heroes, or not little ally boys. And then we're getting rid of the chess piece, which is terrible. For the good chess piece, which is Dead Threads. So
Yeah, with those kind of polls, Dead Threads was high on the list, I'm sure. But yeah, definitely stripping this thing down to the studs and starting over.
yes,
I mean, you got to get like, I guess next week, let's try to get opponents under 20, eh? Like,
that's gonna
let's
be the
get
goal.
halfway home, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna be the goal is to like deal damage to my opponents before I explode. Um,
Yeah.
the thing that I found with the armory deck that is the like you have the headpiece, which is like one point of filtering like an ally out of your hand, but that's it. The arms are terrible. It's like you don't want to be like blocking with your arms and then like discarding a card out of your own hand,
Yeah.
because that's just like that card literally should have just blocked. Um, and the armory deck is built in a way where it's almost like boosting in mech, but in reverse, where you get a lot of benefit for if there is an ally on the top of your deck. Um, but if there's not, the cards aren't very good. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like reverse boosting in mech with like Jittery Bones and Restless Bones. So I think if the amulets were cheaper, it would be a little bit of a better upgrade path, just because they synergize with the 12 Bones Go Again cards that you start in the deck with.
Mm-hmm.
But because you are frequently not seeing an ally on the top of your deck, it's like very hit or miss if those cards are even good. So we're gonna swap over to the other thing is like it's very hard to make gold in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I might have made like one gold per game, if that. So we're swapping over to the or the 9 tipples with
Yeah.
the allies for extra gold generation. Is going to allow us to get through our deck quicker. That paired with dead threads is just going to curve our deck out a lot better as well. Like it's going to curve our sawbones out. It's going to curve the old swabbies out when we have yellows and stuff like that. And then Sunken Treasure is just a really good blue that also is gold gen because there are so many
Mm-hmm.
times in those games too where I'm like getting attacked and I just want to block with cards and I can't because I have allies in my hand and I don't have any gold and I have hat, which is I have one opportunity to have a game. So we're bringing in the sunken treasures. We're bringing in the blood in the waters to try to smooth out um, oh, the downside of drawing allies because I definitely felt the downside of drawing multiple allies. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you need gold and you need cards like blood in the water. Um, the one thing I did like about the deck was the go again. So paddle faster and Scar for a Scar were really good at putting on pressure when I had the opportunity to do that and I wasn't getting my face smushed in. Uh, but also, when you do play multiple allies, it is nice to like be able to utilize them. I did play because my games went very quickly. I did play second games into them, which didn't go much better. But my Azalea game, Azalea, it was a Skullbone Crosscrap Azalea, so they really can't
Mm-hmm.
be sending arrows at your limpets and your rigor mortises. So they just kind of sit on the board and accumulate value. So when you get Codex, when you get it paddle faster back, it's like, okay, now I have like go again, go again, go again into Barnacle for free. Um,
Yeah.
so I did like that play pattern. I just think the Jittery Bones is like a little bit too awkward because it's like
Mm.
not always online.
Yeah, and like to as you had mentioned, right, switching over to the tipples, there will be a deck link below to check that out. Obviously, we're not showing off the commons and rares, and we're considering those basically free because just go to your armory
Yeah.
and ask people for commons and rares, and they'll have them, and happily unload bulk onto you. That's for sure.
I I think this is like also like the first armory deck where I completely just like usually you're looking at upgrading like the cards in the deck and adding in like powerful majestics and things like that. This deck I am like yeeting all the equipment almost immediately. Like I've replaced the shoes with Mage Master boots. I replaced the
Mm.
arms with the
Mm-hmm.
Blade Beckoner. What is the I literally have them right here.
Yeah.
These little dudes, Blade Beckoner gauntlets. Um,
Yep.
I'd replace the hat with other things, but it does discard an ally sometimes. I wish it was
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
instant, like it was like battle worn and then an instant, and like the boots are really kind of clunky too. And Uyong talked in the video about how he took an illegal game action because the boots in development were go again and untap the ally, and those seem
Mm-hmm.
infinitely more playable and good
Yeah.
to what we have, which is go again, explode your ally at the end of turn, which this the base version of the deck already struggles to get allies into the grave for the most part because there's no gold gen in the deck.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that adding in the gold gen, adding in the bloods, getting dead threads in will improve the consistency. And if it doesn't, I can see like just yeeting dead threads and just trying to like add in like charts and stuff. Uh,
Yeah.
and then just I don't even know what chest I'd put in there. Honestly, probably just like a block two chest. Like I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I guess overall, Nate, it sounds like maybe this is our first armory deck that was released right alongside or just before the set, of a new hero. So maybe the design of this armory deck, like unlike others in the past, where we're trying to like support existing hero.
Yeah.
This one's more of a companion product to the high seas, right? Where maybe you're much more expected to open packs and upgrade and move along that way, right? So
Yes.
sounds like that's where you're going with it.
Yeah, and I think that like people who play in their limited events too, like that's what it was released on pre-release weekend, so people could like play Gravy Unlimited and then be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get a Gravy deck." So they kind of
Yeah.
already know, like, I really liked this interaction in limited. I'm gonna do that again in this deck. I'm gonna swap some cards around and do this and that because this is what I want to be doing with the deck, not what they're doing. And like that's probably where like we'll see where I end up with it. Um, but yeah, it's still fun to play, even though I just got absolutely throttled. Um, it's still a fun deck to play. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what week two has. I think it might take a little bit because I think my locals is just going to turn into like oops all gravy for the foreseeable future. But I'm very excited to take the upgraded version next week and see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure. And you're off to a good start here, pulling a Codex of Frailty and some pretty hot gym pulls too, right? And get you that bank built up and to get that dread threads and some key cards.
Yeah,
And we'll see where we're going. We spent all of it this week, so $2.62 going into the next week. Let's see what you can add to it and upgrade the deck from there and see how if you can get a win. I guess is
goal number one is get a win.
yeah.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. All right, everybody. That's going to do it. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.